Okay, real talk. How many of you are going to the gym probably for months, maybe even years, and not getting the results that you want? You're putting in the effort, but something's just not clicking. The problem is you don't have a plan. And today we're going to talk about that. Why personal trainers matter and what they offer to you and why you should make that investment. All right. If it's your first time in my channel, thank you for stopping by. For all my regulars, welcome back. This is your boy Alchemy Fitness, where we transfer you from left to gold, where we keep fitness over here simple. We don't overcomplicate it. We believe that simplicity is the key to get you what you want. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so first and foremost, this is a big one. The personal, like I spoke about in the intro, about a plan. Personal trainers build a plan for you, not no cookie cutter routine that you may see on YouTube or Instagram or any other social media platform. This is really just for you. And that's the thing. It, like the saying goes, different strokes, different folks. All right. So what a trainer does actually, and the reason why I say it's not cookie cutter, because you and someone else may have the same different goals that you may try to achieve. I'm not going to train someone or program a 5K runner with a power lifter. It don't go like that, right? Because the performance is different. So this is why having a trainer, uh, a good one actually, will figure that out for you and put you on the right path. All right. So with the plan, two, and I'm gonna give you guys a little nugget, is form. I can't stress that enough. You have to work on your technique because it doesn't equate to uh, poor results, having bad form, but it also increases your chances of injury, and you don't want to be injured. All right. So with a trainer, we watch every set, every rep. We making sure that you move safely and efficiently. That's very key, right? So you don't want to. I'm all about not wasting time. As Rick Ross said, I don't want to move fast. I want to move correctly. I want to move right. That's the benefit of having a personal trainer. And for all my trainers out there, this is one way that you can actually get more clients. I do this all the time. I should charge you guys for this. You see someone doing something incorrectly or they're not moving properly through the movement of an exercise, you can go up to them and ask them, hey, what are you working? That's what I do. I always ask them, what are they working out first? Once they tell me, let's say they're doing a back row, right, or a pull down machine, and I see them pulling with their arms more, I'll give them a little hint or a gem like, hey, retract your scapulas more. Start from here, X, Y, Z, and I correct it. And then once they connect with it, they're like, oh yeah, thank you so much, X, Y, Z. Another thing you don't want to do is you don't want to sound or come off as you're desperate. Let them make their way to you. So after you give them the gem, they're appreciative of it and you see them using it. And in time, if they feel comfortable enough, they will come to you, hey, you're a trainer here. Most times I come up with my uniform because when I wear my uniform, it lowers their defenses. All right. So that's key too when you work at a gym, when you're an independent contractor at a gym. All right. Once you do that, they feel more comfortable. Their defenses are a little bit lowered. So therefore, they're not resistant. So they'll come up to you probably a week or two, whenever, how long or whenever they feel comfortable. The next you know, you take them through the trial or personal training session, see if y'all are compatible, and then take it from there. And sometimes you have clients for life, and because they're very appreciative of what you've given them. All right. So that's why. Uh, three, which is so important, is the accountability. Right? Everybody looks for you're there to quote unquote. I don't like to use the term motivation because I think that's a fleeting thing, but it definitely holds them accountable and makes them want to push more. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that you want to do because once they book the appointment with you, their sessions, it's an appointment. Plenty of clients always tell me, Tristan, I would have canceled today, but since I know I had this with you, I didn't want to let you down. I just came, and I really appreciate that, you know. So the accountability is very key. So don't underestimate yourself with that. Number four, uh, results. They come faster. It's not magic. It's just smarter training. I had one client who had a trainer before me, and she was like, their method. And I'm not shooting down another trainer. Of course, everyone has their own method on how they want to train X, Y, Z. But she was like, he would have me do, let's say, like a circuit kind of training. I would do have more compound lift strength training. And she's like, after 4 exercises, she's tired. She's like, yo, I'm like spent. I'm like, yeah, because the way I'm training you is to stress your nervous system, and we're doing compound lift. So your engagement and you're recruiting more muscles for your training session. That's why. So I'm not doing the circuit running around 9 exercises, making you feel like you're doing something because you're sweating. No, we're gonna work strategically, efficiently, in an intelligent manner to get you to where you need to go. You see what I'm saying? But also as a trainer, and I had this with clients too, sometimes if they taking some time off, right, for an extended period of time, whatever the reason may be, they may try to compete with their old self, because they want to get back to where they were. No, as a trainer too, a good one, you'll know when to scale back your client or when to push them harder. So these are things that you have to gauge. And this is why some people need a trainer as well. And we show you how to break through plateaus if you've been stagnant for quite some time. All right. And by doing that, it will limit the frustration of your client as well, because they're trying to trust the process. They're like, okay, you know what you're doing, and they trust you, and therefore they appreciate you much more because now they're getting to where they want to do, where they were, or even past that, because they're even better now because they're more in tune with their body and how to move. Okay. Five, they actually learn stuff. You know, as a trainer, my goal is not to let them be dependent on me forever. I want my clients leaving me being autonomous. They know how to program their workouts, why they're doing exercise that they're doing, and they trust in themselves. I always tell them that I don't try to keep you here forever, because too, I need you to make room for someone else. There's someone else I need to train once you're already established. Once we build that foundation, you can go out to the wilderness, and if you feel like coming back at a new level, then we take you to the next level that you need to get to. So I'll meet you where you are. All right. If your trainer is trying to keep you forever, ladies and gentlemen, get rid of them. They're operating from a scarcity mindset. I'm telling you, they're not a good trainer. They should try to teach you to be independent of them. And I love to see when my clients are in the gym on their own and people are coming up to me like, yo, I seen your clients putting in work. They like monsters. I'm like, yeah, I'm a monster too. What you think was gonna happen? Nah, but real talk. You want to give them your clients the foundation to build upon, and let them go out there. And when they're ready, they'll tap back in. I have clients who will leave, train with other people, or even train by themselves. And if they need another push or to break through a plateau, they tap back in and we make it happen. And then they're on another level. All right. So always keep that in mind. All right. So I know you think one of the caveat, not a caveat, but one of the things people always think about is how expensive a personal trainer is, right? And yes, it can be, but what you're paying for is really an investment in yourself. That's one, right? I always say personal trainers are in the space of preventive medicine, because I consider them essential workers, especially someone who's been in the hospital setting, who's worked as an essential worker. Personal trainers, and shout out to my man, fitness preacher, because he said personal trainers needs to be unionized, and I totally agree with him, because we're very undervalued in my opinion. But those who actually prioritize their health know the benefit that they're getting when they get a good and competent trainer, right? So what you're paying for those who are questioning if they should make that investment, you're paying for expertise, accountability, and really a shortcut, because the trial and error that you would have got on your own, you're decreasing your learning curve probably by months, and you less injuries. Definitely that. You know what I'm saying? So there's online coaches. I am one of them as well, and I do hybrid as well. Like if you're in New York, particularly Brooklyn, I do in-person training as well, but mostly online. There's small group trainings also, and they'll get you a solid program. But you don't have to commit. Another thing too, you don't have to commit to 5 days a week. 2 to 3 will be when starting out is pretty good. Just to build your foundation and get your body moving. So make that investment, because the ROI, return on investment, is priceless, and you're going to benefit from it. And not just you, your family as well. If you have family, your energy will be better, spend more time, and you live a better, productive life, independent life. Trust me, it's about the longevity of it as well. So, in bottom line, do you need a personal trainer? Not necessarily, but having one definitely um, could level up your life in your game, especially if you're serious about your fitness journey. I'm a personal trainer, and I train with guys who are personal trainers. To give that push, I may not be connecting some way, somehow with the exercises. As much as I know, there's always a little push that I can always learn from someone else as well. All right. Because I've been going to the gym for quite some time, and I've seen people there looking the same, and they need a trainer, and this is why you need one. You know, so it's something to explore, something to consider. Find someone who can get you to accomplish your goal the way that you want to be the way that you want to be seen. But find someone to get you to your goal. And I think by investing in a personal trainer would be one. And I'm not saying every personal trainer is going to be good for you. Sometimes you just don't mix. It doesn't mean they're bad, quote unquote. It just means like water and oil. I mean, they don't mix. You need them both, but they're not mixing. So, test the waters and see. You know what I mean? Even if you get what the minimum amount of sessions in a package and you go once a week, just so you can start building that confidence up and you're building your foundation in order to get the body that you need. Okay. So, if you worked at with a personal trainer, put in the comments yes and your experience with them, whether if it's good or bad, and would you do it again? I'd love to hear from you guys and what you have to say on this topic as well. All right. And if you're looking for an online training coach with a solid program to get you to point A to point B in a efficient manner, click the link in my description and we'll reach out and see if we're a fit. This is Alchemy Fitness, where we transfer you from net to gold. Train hard, train smart, and train safe. Peace.